The war in Ukraine has enabled the US and the West to lay their hands on many Russian weapons, like the T-90M Main Battle Tank, Su-35S fighter jet, etc. But it's now come to light that secrets of a key Russian asset, Tupolev Tu-160, may be ending up with the US through another channel. As reported in Yahoo News, a Russian military bomber engineer drove up to the US southwest border in late December asking for asylum and offering to reveal some of Russia's most closely guarded military secrets, according to an unclassified Customs and Border Protection, or CBP, report. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how the US may get hold of key details of the Russian Tupolev Tu-160. Let's get into the details. As per Yahoo News, the man and his family arrived in an armored SUV and asked to be admitted into the US because he feared prosecution for participating in anti-Putin protests in support of Alexei Navalny, an imprisoned Russian dissident. He then told CBP officials that he had information wanted by the US government. He said he was a civil engineer and that his past employment had included working from 2018 to 2021 in the making of a particular type of military airplane at the Tupolev aircraft production facility in the city of Kazan in west-central Russia, according to a January 11th unclassified CBP report obtained by Yahoo News. He described the aircraft type as an attack jet and said it was called White Swan Tu-160, the largest military aircraft. Its NATO reporting name is Blackjack. The CBP report is a daily roundup of items compiled by the agency's National Border Security Intelligence Watch and is produced to highlight emerging trends or notable events for leadership. The agency added a comment in bold italics after the paragraph detailing the engineer's arrival and employment and explaining why his information could be valuable. CBP indications and warnings daily noted. The Tu-160 White Swan, also known by the NATO reporting name Blackjack, is reportedly the most advanced strategic bomber in the Russian inventory and has been also used in tactical airstrike role in the Ukraine war. According to open-source reporting, a major new construction program of an improved version of the aircraft, as well as an upgrade program of existing aircraft, got underway at the Tupolev facility during the past few years. Michael Kaufman, director of Russia Studies program at the Center for Naval Analysis, stated to Yahoo News, "An individual working at a defense industrial facility such as Tupolev could have access to a range of information on defense industrial production, specifications related to the Tu-160 bomber, and its more recently developed modernized variant, various production processes, dependencies, and where their limitations lie. Someone in such a position could accumulate knowledge by virtue of the types of information they're exposed to on the job, some of which could prove valuable." Blackjack is the largest combat aircraft in the world, with a maximum takeoff weight of 275 tons. It can cover a distance of more than 12,000 kilometers, or about 7,450 miles, without refueling. The record distance it covered during one flight was 18,000 kilometers, or 1,185 miles, spending more than 24 hours in the air. The aircraft employs a fly-by-wire control system with a blended wing profile, and full-span slats are used on the leading edges with double-slotted flaps on the trailing edges. The Tu-160 has a crew of 4. The Tu-160 is powered by 4 Kuznetsov NK-32 afterburning turbofan engines, the most powerful ever fitted to a combat aircraft. The Tu-160 is a variable geometry wing aircraft which wedges against the fuselage when switching to supersonic speed. Unlike the American B-1B Lancer, which reduced the original Mach 2 Plus requirement for the B-1A to achieve a smaller radar cross-section, the Tu-160 retains variable intake ramps and is capable of reaching Mach 2.0 speed at altitude. The military currently operates 16 units of Tu-160s that are of different modifications. The Blackjack is deadly since it's capable of carrying up to 40,000 kilograms, or about 88,000 pounds of ordnance, in its two internal bays. Apart from different types of bombs, the payload can include 12 Raduga KH-55SM cruise missiles or 24 AS-16 kickback short-range nuclear missiles. KH-55SM cruise missile has a range of 3,000 kilometers or 1,865 miles and can be armed with a conventional warhead or 200 kiloton nuclear warhead. AS-16 kickback has a range of 300 kilometers or 185 miles and is armed with a nuclear warhead of 300 kiloton. Russia's military announced the decision to resume production of the modernized Tu-160, dubbed Tu-160M2, back in 2015. The modernized planes will see many upgrades, including improved engines, and will have digital hardware replacing the old analog equipment. The Russian military planned to operate around 32 Tu-160 bombers and its variants by 2027. In 2021, in an interview with the Defense Ministry's Krasnaya Zvezda, Deputy Defense Minister Alexei Krivoruchko revealed that the Air Force's fleet of Tu-160 supersonic strategic bombers, missile carriers, would grow more than 50% in the next 7 years. Yuri Slyazar, head of United Aircraft Corporation (UAC), revealed in July that Tupolev, the parent company of Kazan, was working on assembling a completely new Tu-160M built from scratch. The bomber will be around for the foreseeable future and would be a major threat. U.S. personnel will most likely be interested in knowing the details of the upgraded program of Blackjack, and special focus will be on knowing if the bomber would be armed with hypersonic weapons. So the incident involving the Russian military bomber engineer is a crucial development.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.